Hello and welcome to Gauntlet City Limits, where we play in a living campaign set in a modern-day city called Gauntlet City. This is the second session of Dawg. Dawg, the RPG, is spelled D-A-W-G, so I jokingly call it Dawg. Although I am from East Tennessee, where we did say literally dog. Dawg. Where people thought it was witty to name their dogs D-O-G and call it D-O-G. That's the level of clever that I come from. So, you know, if this is bad and filled with really bad puns, you can blame my upbringing. Oh, maybe we have Garrett. Can we hear you?
That's me.
All right,
Yes,
awesome.
I can hear you.
Garrett's had a little bit of tech difficulties, but we are going to sally forth, and hopefully Garrett's able to stick with us. This is the second session of Dawg, and we have 4 lovely dogs. It's only been a week, so we don't have to go through too much detail, but I'd love to do a quick reminder. So I'm going to start with Tyler. Tyler, could you remind us, who is Beau?
Beau is General Pierre Gustave Toutant Beauregard the 17th, a pretty spoiled but certainly high-bred dog, taken care of by his great lady and Mr. Walkies, his man who takes him about. But Mr. Walkies has seemingly not done his job, and I have found my way into the pound.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Paul, tell us about Nomad.
Nomad is... he's a cur, you know, he's crossbred, he's got some Catahoula, he's got some who knows, and he just oh man, you may have to edit this out because I forget my backstory. God damn it.
Well, if I remember, Nomad's been here before at the La Frenere
Yes.
Humane Society. He's a little philosophical. I kind of imagined that he would be voiced by, like, the CG version would be voiced by a person doing a John Wayne impression. I don't know why, but that's just how I see Nomad in my head. Cool.
Yeah,
all right.
This is not his first time outside of the confines of the family home, and he's much more interested in what's on the other side of the fence, whether the grass is greener or not.
Indeed, he's a good little fighter with the ability to talk to other animals and a nice sniffer on him. All right, Patrick, remind us about Sean, not Sion.
Sean's a pretty laid-back dog who lives in a pretty laid-back neighborhood, and he just sort of wanders around and is everybody's friend. He's very, very large, sort of being he's a Irish Wolfhound and German Shepherd mix, so all the big things. He's pretty intimidating when he starts barking, and has a really good nose, but really when he gets into a fight, he's mostly all soft paws and big puppy dog eyes. But he was out wandering the street, found an irresistible looking mud puddle, went wandering around and tried to show off to the local children his swamp monster impersonation, and some local mothers took issue. There was yelling, there was a big truck, and here we are, locked up in the clink. What are you gonna do?
Oh, I love the Mud Monster story. It's like the best dog story. It's so good. Garrett, please remind us about Sophie. Oh, yay! What are Garrett's?
It's like a little Sophie coming here. My son is a fan of Sophie as well. Sophie is a nice little dachshund and just recently moved from Europe to the town where we are into Gauntlet City. Sophie is a very curious, a little bit naive, possibly dog, and she loves her master, Master Ken. But Ken also loves women, as it seems, and sometimes she got a little bit jealous, and, well, through a tragic row of incidences, it happened that one of these women got angry on Sophie and kicked her out somehow without Master Ken knowing. I think so. I think that he doesn't know about all of this. And so Sophie got lost, and she's pretty sure that the smart dogs which live in this city will help her to bring her back to Master Ken.
That's right. Other dogs will do this work for her. And she's just cute enough to possibly pull it off. We'll find out. Now, at the very last bit, after finding out how each of the dogs have made it to the Lafreniere Humane Society, you guys were in kennels that were, you could see each other. In the middle was a Chow Chow as well as a Corgi. Corgi was Socks, the narcoleptic dog, and the Chow Chow is Alabama, who's hard of hearing. Last moment, there was a bit of tug rope pull there between Sean and Nomad, and the rope somehow got caught in the latch at the door, and when Sean pulled on it, the kennel door is ajar. That's where we ended it.
I feel like you're overlooking the most important part of that, which is that I beat Nomad. Obviously, like I won the rope toy. We were struggling and I was stronger. And then I don't know, something happened with the door.
something door opening. I agree. Yes, thanks for reminding me of that important factoid, Sean. Now here you are. The door has opened up, and there are a bunch of dogs who are pretty excited about this. Hey, your door's open. Hey, the door's open. Wait, we're going for walks now? We're going for walks now. Everyone, walk time. Get ready, walk time.
Walk. Sean's tail will start to go. We get to go walk?
That's right. You have a happy tail, right?
Oh, you're muted, Paul. Oh, yeah. It's all over the place.
Yeah, I lean back because that tail smacks me right across the snout. And I start to nip, and then I stop myself because Sean's really big, and so instead I just kind of and then come around and like walk sounds like a really good idea to me too. So I just I'm kind of a leaner, so I kind of lean and then start to head to push the gate all the way open.
Okay, you notice that gate wide open, and if you guys take a look in the shelter map, you can see that if you remember, you guys were in K8, K9. So as you open that up, you're really close. You're right in the corridor there. There's a narrow, not a narrow, but basically a one block cinder block wall that's at the other end of the corridor there, a door to your left, a door far away to the right that you know leads to not only the cat meet and greet, but also the White Room. Now, you've been here before, Nomads. You know that going there to your left is how you go for walkies. That's the walk area, which is fenced in. Now, there's another thing that you know, Nomad, at least from rumors. You tell me if you believe it or if you've actually seen it. But there is a rumor that in the wooded area that kind of surrounds Lafreniere Humane Society and baffles a bit of the dog barking from interrupting the local neighborhood here, that among those woods there is a glaring of cats. And in case you don't know what a glaring is, that's like a pack or, you know, a gaggle. It's a cat grouping is known as a glaring, and I think it's freaking awesome, so I'm using that word.
That's amazing.
I know. They have a more common name, but it's also glaring is acceptable, so we're going with glaring. A glaring of cats who are hardcore. So is that a thing? Is that just a rumor, or have you seen them? And do you believe it? If it's just you've just heard.
All right. So sometimes when they come for walkies, they take us out, and because it's what do they call them? Volunteers or something like that. Volunteers.
That's it.
But it's not always at the same time, and so sometimes it's after dark, And one time, last time I was here, we went out in the walkies area, and I could. There were all of these eyes just staring out from that wooded area. And, you know, there were so many trees that I had to pee before I actually, you know, because all of those trees wanted me to, you know, because I had to send some pee mail. But all of those trees wanted me. But then once I took care of business, I was looking, and there were like many, like 1, 2, 3, many. There were like lots of eyes, and they caught, and yeah, it's scary. I think their cats are really out there, and they were glaring. They were also maybe a clouder. I don't know what that means. But
there we go. Cool. So you nose open the door. You nose open the kennel gate, or the
Yes.
closed door there. Sean, you're able to head out as well, and it is a tumult of excitement, a frenzy of activity. There are many dogs who are excited about this.
If I'm noticing them barking so heavily, I'm probably going to and see them getting out. It's quiet, all of you. You're going to bring the man back with the stick. Quiet.
Ooh, you want to shut him down? Hey, I think you
try.
should. Awesome. So let's say that you're going to need to roll. We'll do more than say that. We'll actually do that. Let's have you roll a... I guess this animal magnetism seems like the right thing to do here, right?
I hope so, because that's
how well your dog manipulates other animals and doing your bidding. Yeah, so you've got a 76. You're looking for 100. Animal magnetism is a
63 now.
Holy shnikey, you're so good. Yeah, I was going to say an easy difficulty. Doesn't matter. You rolled so far above 100. So yeah, the dogs are like, whoa, hey, the stick. Shut up, guys, shut up. The stick. I seriously want to go to walk, though.
Sean will poke his head around the corner there and look in at Sophie and Bo's cage and Alabama and Socks and say, oh, wow, cool, guys. Look, all you have to do to go for walkies is win a tug, and if you win the tug, then the door opens and you can go out. And I looked over at Sophie and Bo like, yeah, you could do it. And I look over at Alabama and Socks is just like on the ground still from excitement. I'll be, oh, well, she probably won't fight back very much.
What?
If you win a tug, the door.
He kind of throws his chin back, and the little bit of roll of fat kind of comes back. And he sees you with his beady eyes. He's like, "I always win tugs."
Good.
All right. So Sophie and Bo, that's gonna.
Dog. Do you bring me home to my master now?
Well, it depends. You have to win a tug first, and then the door will open.
Bo?
Well, we certainly, I suppose, could find. I'll look around. Is there anything to tug on?
I would say there's a possibility. However, you, Bo, are smart enough to realize there's physics height advantage. It's not likely that a tug is going to work out the way that it worked out for Sean. You're pretty sure.
I'll look down at the door and look over at Nomad. Nomad, once this tug was over, did something happen with the door, perhaps? And trying to see if I could see any difference between these doors, could discern something different.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'd like to give a slightly different perspective on this whole turn of events. I don't want to get all existential or anything, but I don't believe that victory is what caused the door to actually open. I think it was just the random chance that the knot at the end of the rope tug thing happened to catch outside, get outside the bars and then catch on the latch. It's
Well, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Sean, it was totally you. It was totally you.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just trying to generalize this to a more universal situation.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Deep, man.
Hey, man. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. So, what I do is I look at you, Sean, and I say, can I borrow your tug toy for a minute? Just borrow it. Just borrow it. Just borrow it.
But you're not gonna slobber on it too much, right?
No more than I have to.
And you're not gonna mess up this knot here at the end. That's my favorite knot.
No, I promise. I'll leave that knot out here.
And if you see something good and smelly on the ground, you'll rub it in it, right? Because it needs to be taken care of.
I am fully aware of the requirements for properly seasoning tug toy knots.
All right, I'm uncomfortable with this, but you seem to be really taking this seriously and professionally, and I appreciate your consideration.
Okay, so can I borrow it?
Oh, I have to yeah, I'll just no. Okay, no, nope. you have it.
No. Okay. So I will take it, and then I'm going to take one knot and try to push it through the bars into Bo's cage with my nose. Right. I'm going to try to push it in, so that we can try to actually replicate what I think happened.
Okay.
I am not entirely sure that Sean's not right. Right? I am pretty sure that maybe that just by winning the tug of war, that somehow the gate opened. But
it's possible.
That's not going to work for these other people. And I have this weird thing in my head that I think maybe that maybe this other way might work too. So I'm going to try to push that knot through the bars to Bo.
All right. You push the knot through the bar to Bo. He catches it. The two of you try to reenact this. I'm going to say this is a hustle because it's a little bit about athleticism, trying to move your body in the right way. And you're trying to latch the little lever on that particular kennel door. I don't think this has helping rules. But I'll say that if you're helping another dog, you can give them a plus 10. Is that fine as just a patch?
Yeah, sounds good, yeah. I play the human. I help you, Bo.
All right,
it's a bit annoying that they don't have humans here around whenever you bark.
So I'm rolling D100. My hustle is 60. How do I do this again? Just slash roll?
You could do slash roll space 1D100. Your hustle is 60. You're getting help. So that's 70. But I'm going to say this is basically a -10. It's an easy task, but it's not flat. So just 1D100 plus 60. You're trying to get better than 100.
I'm going to have to go turn on some lights in a second.
$109. Squeak. So you pull,
yes.
and Bo, you're pulling on the other side. Nomad does this head thing. Who wins, Bo? Who actually ends up winning? Like, who lets go first, I guess is the question I'm asking.
I imagine he's probably more used to that struggle. So he'll pull me towards and through the door, and I'll eventually kind of let go.
How much of a tug toy kind of dog are you, Bo? I don't imagine this is really your thing.
No, that's not my thing.
You're kind of a soft mouth kind of dog. I got you. Okay. Cool. Yeah, when he tosses it up and you guys are able to yank it, and sure enough, the door pops open.
See, he gave up, and you won, and then the door opened.
You're totally right, Sean. That is...
Tail.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
Watch it. I'm sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. I have to go turn on a light. I had more light.
Well, you guys can keep going. Sophie, what do you do? The door just opened up.
Yeah, that's good. So let's go. Let's find my master. So I think Sean wanted to show me where my master lives and bring me there. I'm pretty sure.
Well,
And I think Bo is also a nice dog.
I can show you where Buddy lives, and Buddy can find your master, surely.
Let's go. And if we are lucky, we find some cookies on our way. Cookies? Maybe cookies. Let's go. And then I run down the corridor. I'm not afraid of anything. Humans are our dog's best friends.
Cool. Are you running down the corridor to your right or to your left?
To the right. That's the direction the bathroom is.
That's true.
At my master's home, at least.
I mean, why would they have them in different places? It gets confusing. That's so great. So you... I totally see like the little dachshund kind of dancing around, going past all the other dogs that are just leaning against the kennels. Like, hey, open the door. I'll play tug with you. Let's tug. And then you nose open the little door, and you see the concrete hallway. Is there no lights on in here? And you can see there are a number of doors. And you smell cat, like a lot of cat, a lot of cat. And when you look to your right, down the corridor there, you can see that there are stacked up cages, like an apartment building of cages with cats in them. And there are a number of other cats that are all just kind of prowling around, like a lot of the cage doors are open. What do you do?
Oh, well, that is scary. They're cats, but they are caged. It's like I run back to the others. They have to tell them. Oh, Sean.
Oh, yeah?
Where's the inferior dog? Like, Nomad. There are cats everywhere.
How?
There's cats.
How did Nomad become the inferior dog?
Well, I mean,
Dachshund.
Buddy.
Superior dog. Hello.
Jesus. There's cats? Where
Yeah, cats in cages. Cats in cages. Yes.
Oh, well, at least that's something then.
Well, it would certainly be appropriate if they're going to put us in these cages. Then surely cats would be in cages as well. How can you imagine cats running free while dogs are caged? Blasphemy!
I don't know about going through a whole room full of cats, though. That sounds gross smelling.
I suppose we should try and let these others out as well. As I nose towards the other dogs, I can't really point.
Yeah. The other dogs. Oh, yes. We can
Cool. So what do you guys intend to do? You can try to go through the main part of the building. Perhaps there's some cool stuff going on there. You could try to head out towards the outdoor area, but it is a fenced-in enclosure. And then there's always the possibilities raised just now about letting other dogs go and seeing if chaos factor somehow helps win the day here. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, since I'm inferior, I don't actually raise an opinion, despite the fact that I'm responsible for Bo and the Sophie, who in my mind is now Sophia Coppola, the least of the Coppolas. Despite Lost in Translation, which was a pretty good movie, but anyway, whatever. I'm just waiting for someone else to make a plan.
Well,
I'm not the only mixed breed here. That's all I'm saying.
You think we can let everyone out? It's a lot of tugs.
You are very good at it.
Well, that's quite true. And he'll immediately go pick up the rope toy and start trying just like Nomad did, because it was real easy, obviously, to just shove it through Alabama's cage.
Sweet. All right. Well, you shove it through Alabama's cage, and it is an easy difficulty. If you want to go ahead and make a nice, like I said before, same as before, it is because you're trying to move a certain way, a hustle roll for you. You're not quite as good at hustle as you are, Braun.
Let's see what happens.
Alabama grabs the other tug toy. He is really stout.
Any negatives?
Yeah, I'm going to say, again, -10, the same as before.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
So,
yeah, you win. But yeah, after you do, the door swings open. Like you are a master of this now. You've got it down. 2 out of 2.
all doors should have these holes in them. These doors are amazing.
Socks comes out. She looks around. Nomad.
Hey, Socks, it's good to see you again. Isn't this
around,
exciting?
This is great. She sniffs your butt. Yep.
You know what
Nomad.
happens?
Yep.
You know what happens when a narcoleptic dog gets excited, right?
Yes. She sniffs your butt. Nomad. And she's down.
Oh, Socks.
Yep.
Oh, dear Socks. Well,
and Alabama
I'm
walks
used to
over and
that.
picks her up by the scruff and starts dragging her towards the walks area.
Walkies?
Oh. So, okay. I think I may have learned something.
I just want to cut that right out of the whole game and just.
So, I'm going to walk up to the next cage, and I don't know which dogs are in it, but if the stinky knot the good stinky knot at our end of the tug toy can open the thing that opens the door, then maybe all I have to do is use my nose.
Ooh, I think you are trying to use your alertness here from observing all of this activity. It's going to be a little tricky to pull off, though. So I'm going to say you got a -20 to your roll.
All
But you are
right.
pretty alert.
I am pretty alert. I have not yet assigned my training points, but I'm not going to do that for this.
It's basically a
So-
+5 to any of your traits that you wanted to.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and do that with alert because I'm a herding dog.
Okay. So then just it's 65 for your stat and -20 for the tricky difficulty. So roll
So I'll
1d100 plus 45.
Come on, money. Oh,
You got to do the roll.
would help if I did the roll part.
You know what would be awesome if we had a roll 20 page for this. If somebody had done that in the intervening weeks.
If someone had asked for it.
Is
All
that a
right.
61? That does
That is
not
a
look like a
61.
success. So
That does
you
not
try to
look like a
nose it.
success.
You try nosing it. There's just maybe if you were do a paw thing, and then Zeke, who's a lot of opso, comes up and starts yelling. You're like, "Hey, I don't want to get in trouble. Back off! It's no walk time. Back off! See, they're all gone. All the humans are gone. I don't want to deal with this. I always get no. I'm not going to the white room. Just back off. I'm here. I'm staying. I'm fine. I'm a good dog. Shut up."
See, it's cool. It's cool. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you.
It's okay. I've got emotional issues, but I'm not a bad dog.
All right. I get it.
Just particular.
I feel right. I think I heard someone call it separation anxiety. I get it. But cool. So you don't want to come out of your cage.
No. Nope. We're here. We're good. I don't want to deal with Vinepaw and the others. That's fine. You guys want to go out? You do that. And when the dogs go out. And the wave starts and there's some barking.
Yeah, the same wave as before.
Yes.
Um,
So as everyone fast forwards the movie, what's the general plan here? Do you guys want to try to set free as many dogs as you like?
As many as people go, yeah.
Yeah, it seems to be fun.
Okay, cool. So you
I
guys
don't know why Nomad was sniffing that handle or whatever, but we've got the rope toy and it opens doors. Obviously, that's how you open doors.
It's true. That is how you open doors. Cool. Then we will say that you guys are able to let out maybe 40 dogs. And it becomes not unlike 101 Dalmatians, a live action, as you hear some of them go into the main building and they find some food. And some of them go around to the cat area and are just giving them what for. Some run out into the main walking area and they're just running. There's the greyhound. He's just running back and forth as fast as he can, just tearing up a little bit of the grass on either end. What do you guys want to do?
I think Sean at least follows Dogs out to the walkies area, and he pads around and he looks at the fence and like stands up and puts his front paws on the top of the fence because it's fucking huge. And then sort of looks back and there's Sophie and there's Bo and they're unfortunately short, and I really don't think Alabama can jump this fence with socks on his back.
No, he drags socks out And a little while ago, she finally woke back up and she got excited, and then she was down again. So Alabama was just hanging out by Socks to keep her safe.
So I think there at the edge of the fence with the rope toy there to give him strength and guidance, he's going to do what dogs are made for and start digging.
Ooh, nice. I love it. I think that's just a straight up. I want to make sure. Yeah, I think it's a brawn. Yeah, to try to dig underneath this fence. Let's go ahead and have you make a brawn roll. It's going to be tough though. Yeah, so it's going to be a -30.
Oof.
Yeah, but if anybody's helping you, of course, they can give you a +10 back.
Yeah, but well, I'm not helping. I'm competing. I will be first. Because this looks like this seems like fun.
Sophie's the worst.
So Sophie's digging an entirely separate hole.
Yes.
So
But look, I'm smaller than you, but I will make it first.
Sophie was so cute until she called me inferior. And now all of a sudden this dark Teutonic side has come up.
Well, you could still beat Bo, and then you're like not the most inferior anymore. But Sean is top.
Okay. So Sean's digging. Is anyone helping Sean? Basically, it's Nomad, because I think Bo would help you, but that he could break a nail. So
Digging, I think not.
I am totally helping Sean, especially after if this is a competition. I am totally helping Sean.
Oh, that's not good. That is
terrible. I love it. All right, so you dig and you dig and you dig, and this fence goes down for quite a ways, and then you hit, like, there's evidently some kind of, like, it's got some kind of concrete base underneath the bottom of the fence, and you get into that, and your nails are digging across that, and you're not sure how to get around that.
Cheaters.
Oh yeah, and then you hear a bunch of barking, like crazy amount of barking all around you. And then when you look up, there are all these little cat eyes in the darkness in the woods. Maybe a dozen of them, maybe more. And then a rail thin calico steps into the moonlight. And it looks, and it starts padding back and forth. And then a bunch of other cats, they all kind of come in there. They're just walking back and forth, looking at the fence.
Hello there, cats.
I feel like Sean probably freaks out and starts running around and barking a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll give you a training point. I'll give you a training point for hitting that, volunteering to fail that canine compulsion. That sounds great. I need to be handing out a lot more. I'm sorry.
But yeah, just back and forth along the fence as far as he can go, turning back and barking more and doing another strafing run.
Nice. Bo, you said, what was it that you said to them?
Hello there, cats.
That calico cat, the one that's rail thin, peers at you with green eyes. Oh, you speak a real language, I see.
I found it useful to be able to speak with your fine feline kind before.
I am Vinepaw. Who are you?
I'm Bo. This is Sophie, Nomad, and the rather excitable gentleman there, Sean.
We don't like Sean. Tell him to shut up. Perhaps we can help you.
Calm down, Sean. These nice cats are going to help us.
They're cats. They can't help us. They're cats.
I actually also understand the cats.
I know. You understand, but you're playing it cool?
So what I'll actually do at this point, instead of talking to the cats, is I will nip Sean on the hindquarter.
Sean and starts running in a circle chasing his tail, which has now bitten him.
Yes, exactly.
Take another training point.
So just trying to distract him so that this negotiation can continue.
Vine pole, was it?
Vine pole.
Aha. How might you be able to help us? That would be mighty kindly of you, I must say.
Oh, it won't come free. It won't come free at all. In fact, I know what it will cost. And then one of the other cats near him was kind of dark. It's like black with little patches of white, like around the chest. She moves forward and she says, "We want the big one's collar. We want the big one's collar. He has to give us his collar, and then we'll show you where you can get out of the fence."
I'll look back over at Sean at his collar. I suppose. Why would you want a dog's collar?
Vinepaw says, "Because we keep the collar of all of those who have submitted to us. If you give us your collar, you are weak, and we are strong."
We won't be sharing that reasoning, Sean.
Sean, meanwhile, is back behind, and he's given up on his tail, but he did find a really smelly patch of grass, so he's got, just rubbing his neck down into it. He's really down in there.
Nice.
He looks happy.
It's like the animator who does just Sean's business. That person is like a real go-getter.
Oh, Sean, these very nice cats have admired your collar so much, and they have such great respect for your strength and your cunning that they were wondering if perhaps you would give it to them as a relic of your greatness. But they'll take it back with them and keep it in a place of high respect.
But my collar, Buddy gave me my collar, and I'm supposed to wear my collar because it has my jinglies on it. Have you seen my jinglies? They're cool, and they make it okay when I go outside because I've got jinglies.
Well, as it shows, we were brought to this terrible place. I'm sure as soon as we get back to Buddy, he would give you another.
I never thought that he might have another.
He will buy you a new one, a better one. It's always a better one. New always is better.
I guess I never considered such a thing. Well, it's nice of them to recognize that I am the obviously superior animal here. I mean, I'm the size of like 20 of them.
Very true.
And they're just smelly tree cats.
Also very true.
But I do really love my collar. Did I tell you that Buddy gave it to me?
You mentioned it. I will say that we may have difficulty leaving without these cats' assistance. You did notice the hard surface you managed to dig to.
Well, yeah, there's a rock there, but there aren't rocks everywhere. I'm sure just right over there's probably not rocks. I really like my collar. Holds all my favorite stuff.
How's Sophie doing in her digging?
Terrible.
Well, it doesn't take much longer, and I'm through. I'm sure. Get another.
It appears that rock where Sophie was as well, Sean. I mean, a collar for our freedom, that seems like a pretty good deal.
It is.
I don't want to be a bad dog.
Nor do I. Ugh.
Yeah. Your buddy would want it. Give it away. He wants to buy something new for you. Masters love to buy new stuff for us.
But so it wouldn't be a bad dog thing?
As soon as we get you home, we'll have a new one, and then I'm sure any sort of unpleasantness will just be swept underneath the rug.
Okay, I'm really uncomfortable with this. But I'm realizing I don't actually know how to... Well, it's my collar. I can't take it off. I just sort of scratches at it.
I can help you
Ooh, that's true.
by digging.
By digging.
It's boring anyway. I help you now.
Nice. So I think trying to figure out if it's an alertness to figure that out. It's just like, yeah, let's go with that. So you've got an alertness roll here to help him remove the collar. Now, if you're willing to bite at it, which could possibly hurt Sean, then I'll say it's only an easy difficulty. But if you want to get it off of him without causing any damage at all, then it'll be, we'll call it tricky, which means you'll be a minus 20.
Mm-hmm. It's tricky because I definitely don't want to hurt him. That would be bad dog, bad dog.
Dangerous dog, dangerous.
So I subtract the 20 directly from my value, right? And then I roll it.
Correct. You're looking for 100.
Good. 110.
Well, someone has figured out how to do things. Yeah, you do have like an itch. This could be bad dog activity, but it's for the right cause, Sophie. So you reach with your little teeth and you pull the loop out, and then you pull it taut, and then the little bar that comes, it pops out of the hole, and then you feel it, Sean. You feel it get loose all of a sudden. You feel kind of naked.
Sean stands up and shivers like he's cold now.
Mm-hmm.
Rub. It's not right. It's not right. I don't like it. It's not right.
I come back over and I do the lean thing again. like maybe there's a little Doberman in me somewhere in the distant past. So I just do the lean, trying to calm you down. I'm not nearly as big as you are, but I can still put some pressure. And I'm like,
okay, I guess it's not too cold.
No, you'll be fine.
All right, Vine Paul. My friend has willingly given you his collar. I'll and take it over to the fence.
Yeah, Vine Paw looks over and says, Springleaf, take the collar, put it with the others.
Shouldn't we have our exit before you take the collar?
Springleaf is this kind of snowball with like stained brown areas of their fur, and they come up and they're starting to come. They reach with a claw. They're going to yank the collar away from you, Bo. But Nomad's just raised the possibility of making sure you don't get screwed in this bargain. What do you do about that?
I do know the underhandedness of cats, so I will pull back quickly and try and keep the cat from getting it.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so you yank it away, and Springleaf looks over, and Elder Pelt and Vine and Vine Paw, they both. We made a deal. Are you calling us liars?
No, I just understand that perhaps you could explain to us before we make this transaction how you intend to get us out.
Well, I told you, Vinepaw says, there is an older area of the fence. It's behind you, right by the wall. You go, you can push the fence. We've gone in. That's how I've gotten several members of our glaring, by helping the brave cats escape, those who aren't domesticated and weak.
I'll cut my eyes over towards Nomad to see if he sees what they're talking about.
I'll go check out the area that Vinepaw's whiskers seemed to indicate.
Sure. You trot across the yard and you come around to the side of the building. There's an area with a fence, and they actually have a couple of like stakes, and then it's this orange flag type thing. But you can wind through that and push, and the fence actually comes out just a little bit. You can squeeze through there. Don't know about Sean.
Nomad, how does it look?
I trot back, and the three of us, Sophie, you and me could do this for sure. I'm not sure Sean gets out. I'm not sure that it is large enough for Sean.
Oh, the cats start laughing. They just like snicker.
Which I'm not too big. I'm a lapdog.
Could he perhaps dig enough to widen the hole in the fence, Nomad?
I think we could, especially with Sophie's help, since she's so superior.
Oh, am I? Okay.
It would appear they've kept their bargain, though.
It would appear so.
Sean, we will get you out, and if not, then I'll stay here with you. I made this deal in your name.
Give us the collar.
I'll casually toss it over to the edge of the fence.
Springleaf goes over and he grabs it, and they hiss, and there's like a yowling, some kind of weird cat celebration going on. They pass the collar back and forth to each other. One of them rubs the side of his face on the collar.
Gross.
Ugh. Why do the humans allow these things to exist?
Sean will just shiver and stand up, turn his back on the whole proceedings. Just head over to that corner of the fence. He's not looking back. He's definitely not looking back. He's only looking back once or twice. But over to the fence to start sort of mournfully digging.
All right, cool. This one is going to be easy. So if you want to make a brawn roll with the difficulty of -10, shooting for the 100, you can widen out that area of the fence so you can get out. It is easy enough for Sophie, Nomad, and Bo to all get out. It's really just about if you can.
I'm going to help dig because I don't want to leave Sean behind.
Oh, yeah. Just pull it off. It takes some digging and some time, and it is getting later by the hour. But, yes, you're able to dig to where, Sean, you think you can fit your way through. It's a tight squeeze, but you can make it happen.
Oh, ow, 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 as like the pointy parts of the fence sort of dig into me as I squeeze underneath.
Yeah. Battle damaged Sean.
Does it make me look cool?
No. I mean, it couldn't possibly improve the coolness that you already exude.
Oh, that's a good point.
I like that he knows exude. It's good. You guys are on the other side of the fence. You're free. There's it's kind of like a rough grass here. It's not mowed nearly as much. You can hear a river not far, and you also hear the sound of cars. Rhythmic, like if there's quite a few. It's a very busy street, and yeah, fenced, not fenced, but a large wooded area that surrounds the La Frenere Humane Society. The four of you guys are free.
We should probably move away from this place and try and get our bearings.
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
yeah. Just bring me to my master. I follow you.
Yes, yes, Sophie. Yes, yes.
Which way do you think we should go?
Anyone have a clue which way their home lies?
What? Where's the what?
So,
I tell you what, Sean, you know a bit about your neighborhood, Foxville, and there's a particular scent to Foxville that's pretty strong, since it is it sits right behind the old Gauntlet City Zoo.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to give me an alertness roll, and this one's a flat roll. I think it's going to be pretty easy to pick that up. If you give me an alertness roll, if you can exceed 100, then you'll probably catch some of those scents of those weird animals.
Unique bouquet of all the poops.
Yes, as many poops.
124.
Nice. South of this place, you catch the aroma of the zoo. You've been to the zoo before, right?
Yeah. There was meat and bigger meat and dangerous meat and really stinky meat, and then the cats. Oh, the giant cats who thought that just because they'd eaten more and grown bigger, they were something special.
Yeah.
I'd know that uppity cat smell anywhere. It's that way. The big kennel with all the strange dogs in it is that way.
And that's close to your home?
Oh yeah, it's right down the street. I mean, I don't go down there because it's weird smelling and people don't have a lot of good food. But it's near where the place is with all the good food. And did I tell you about this mud puddle I just found the other day?
You did mention.
It's the best mud puddle. Oh, it'll be right by there. I gotta show you guys.
Well, good show. Sophie, it sounds like we're taking our first step to taking you home.
that sounds good. Yes, yeah. And zoo. Yeah, I'm excited.
Cool. So we will do a bit of a scene wipe, as I'll just assume you guys are able to navigate your way south. If you check into the dog character keeper, I have just revealed a new tab called the Gauntlet Zoo Map, or Zoo is the name of the tab.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
I was pretty excited when I found a suitable map to use. So
Fantastic.
So the Gauntlet Zoo, which never existed until this game, is a thing. And
Oh.
as you guys come there, the scents
Oh,
are
dear.
incredibly strong. You can hear the sounds of the many animals. It is late at night. There are some lights, like, you know, tracking light around. Make sure that no one comes in to be interlopers or make trouble with the zoo animals. And Sophie, you, at one point here, as you're coming closer to the zoo, you've fallen behind a little bit because you have the little stumpy legs. And you realize that some of those cats have followed you guys. And Vinepaw, the calico, the multicolored one, Vinepaw comes up and says, You need to give us that purple thing.
What? My ball?
And pops its
No.
little claws out and starts to reach
No.
for the Mickey Mouse ball. What do you do?
I run and I bark and well, I can't really bark because I have this ball in my mouth. I need to protect it, like from the cats, and I cry help, help, help in my barking to my friends. The cats are coming. The cats are coming. They want to steal the Mickey Mouse.
Wait, yeah, I am on. Sorry, forget if I'm muted or not. I'll turn around. Cats.
You are very suspect as you are at the moment. I'm just saying, looking at you with a cat curled up behind your head, Patrick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Stop showing off that I'm a liar. Where's the dog? She's around here somewhere.
She's in my
Nice. Yeah, so you guys turn around after Sophie called for help, and you see that the glaring of cats, as you guys are at the edge of the zoo, the glaring of cats are menacing poor Sophie.
This was not. Go ahead.
Yeah, what do you do?
This was not part of our deal. Now, shoo.
Oh, Vinepaw says, "Oh, well, this is a toll for traveling through our area. We want the purple thing. Give us the purple thing."
No,
Absolutely.
never. No.
Cool.
Master will punish you.
This is great. So, if you want to try to get these guys to back off, who's trying to get them to back off? Like, who is the person kind of leading this shut up evil cats thing?
I'll go up and start trying to thump some of those cats.
Oh, so you're going to throw down? Ooh.
Yeah. Superior dog, go, go.
Oh, she's superior. I just stole on a man.
Sophie's a size queen.
Oh, that's great. Cool. So, yeah, if you want to throw down, we'll just go with a more generalized combat. But we get to actually use the Dawg pile. So let's have you put the bite on fight. So we chosen to attack, declare your target, make a brawn check. And again, we're gonna extrapolate a little bit. I don't want to go into initiative and all of the very detailed combat maneuvers that are in this game. But hey, you've got cats to fight, and you guys are dogs. So let's do that thing.
All right. That's 152.
Nice.
Wow.
And that's a 9 and a 7, which is great, right? Because the damage is your style, which is style and speed. So then it would be 7 points of damage. Ooh, poor Tiger Feather takes 7 points of damage. What did you do to that first cat that you tore into?
Well, I ran sort of into the pack of them, and I had like jaws out. I was going for one of them because these are cats and they've been very rude to us, but I'm still a polite, well-trained, good dog. And I understand that you're not supposed to just eat cats on the street for some weird reason. So I'm going to grab it by the neck and just sort of gently shake it out of the way and toss it.
Gently shake it out of the way.
And he does not take kindly to this at all. Turns around, I think he gets a swipe almost on my nose, at which point I back up and sit down on, what was it, Tiger Claw?
Yeah. Tiger feather.
Yeah, I just sit on tiger feather, so it's the roughhousing subdual damage. But yeah.
Nice. Okay, so subdual damage because you have that skill. Very cool. By not killing any of them, you don't give none of them, not even Crooked Blossom will declare blood enmity with you because you haven't killed his mate. So, yeah, you scare the hell out of them though because you're gigantic, and that will break up the glaring of warrior cats as they realize is discretion is the better part of valor. However, the large bark that you throw out after them to warn them away, of course, gets a lot of the zoo creatures riled and excited. You can hear an elephant's trunk. You hear the growl of those cats that have eaten too much. And, yeah.
I've lived here for years, and those noises are still unnatural.
Unnatural.
Give me a nice air conditioner going or a car horn. That makes sense.
But I think like when after I see Sean, I put the Mickey Mouse ball right straight in front of the cats and say, "Get them, get it."
So vicious.
I have my friends with me.
Sophie, you are such a bitch.
Really are.
Yes. That's what Masters is saying all the time to his friends.
Oh, that's just adorable.
So I take it we're going to have to take a dangerous and winding path through the zoo?
Yes, of course you do. Because that's the most exciting thing that can happen to a zoo is going through it versus around it.
Well, yeah, and okay, so this is I've been here before. If we go in and we turn past the smelly cats and continue around the stinky lake, and then there's some horrible bird things, but then at the back there's the dumpsters where they throw out all the weird foods that the weird dogs don't eat, and we can go back there and we can get a snack, and then we can have more of a snack, and I forgot what else we were doing.
I think we're going to your home.
Home! Yes! 2 snacks and then home.
But we can try this trick how to open doors again here. The hug toy trick.
Oh no!
It went so well last time.
I'm just imagining a tug of war with a tiger through a cage.
Oh, dear Lord.
So you guys want to let some tigers go? We could do that. That sounds like the short end to a game, but hey. I don't know. I don't know if I can pull off a Shere Khan voice, because holy crap, it's the best. It is top notch.
Yeah.
All right,
I like
so you
this
guys,
already.
you start making your way through the zoo. We're going to basically elide the whole how did you get into the zoo, because that's just, you end up in the zoo because that's the coolest thing. And as you guys are walking along the path, there are did somebody delete the zoo?
No, I'm looking at it.
Oh, it's the picture thing, and there we go. You have to go to another tab and come back. I was like, oh no. So you are headed past the big cats, and they're not in cages, right? They're in enclosed. They're not enclosed, but like, you know, the pits, right? There's a lot of really, really good food that's dropped right by the lion pit. If you guys want to go past it and just ignore it, I'm going to need people to make a canine compulsion roll to ignore the really good food.
It smells really good.
It's all rolling.
Amazing.
Oh.
It's like a hot dog. There's a pretzel.
Oh. So remind me of how to make canine compulsion.
So you have a canine compulsion stat.
Uh-huh.
And what you do is you roll plus that stat, but you want to roll under 100 to resist acting like a canine. You can choose to, yeah. So Patrick pulled it off.
All right.
I do
Oh,
not.
wow. Yes, Bo. What is the
I
food
only-
item?
I only eat cookies.
What is the food item that is irresistible to you, Bo?
Oh, I'm really not allowed to eat hot dogs, even though I have smelled them before, and here are several just laying on the ground. I mean, it's not appropriate for me to be eating such a thing. I really can't have any.
It's classic. So you're munching down on the hot dog, and then as you look up, there's little slats in the little guardrail type area, and you lock eyes with a lioness, and she's like 5 of Sean.
Oh, hello there. Was this your hot dog by chance?
No.
Would you like a hot dog by chance?
Yes. Bring it to me.
I'll pick one up and try and toss it with my head.
Cool. Yeah. You toss it, it makes it over, it goes into the enclosure somewhere. This lioness, she doesn't even flinch. Oh, it fell out of our reach. Can you get me another?
Oh, I think you probably can get that one as I start backing away.
Nice. So she starts creeping forward. It's like a 10-foot jump. You're pretty sure she couldn't make it up to you. I think you're safe. You're probably safe, right?
I certainly hope so.
Please, another hot dog. Please, dog.
I'll grab one more and toss it over.
It lands right near her. She bends down, takes the hot dog. You see the teeth? They're huge. They're as big as your head. She chomps in one bite. You're a good dog.
Well, thank you.
You don't look like you should be in a zoo.
No, we're just passing through.
Oh, you should be careful. The humans will be coming soon.
How soon?
Any moment now. You should hide.
Well, thank you, large cat. I very much appreciate that.
Now, who was up ahead as Bo was kind of left behind?
I'm leading the way through the park or the zoo.
You see a beam of light. Like, have you ever seen a flashlight before, Sean?
Well, yeah, the lights and all the noisy stuff in our kennel went out. It happens every now and then.
Sure.
And then either Buddy has to burn things or he has to pull out the blinding bright lights. He doesn't see well at night, and I try not to bring it up outside with company because it's not nice to talk about Buddy's deficiencies, but I feel like we keep doing that. It really makes me uncomfortable. I'm weird without my collar.
Well, you see a shaft of light, and you hear a couple of people coming this way. They're coming around the monkey enclosure and past the birdhouses, and they are walking your way. What do you do?
So Sean, he looks around. guys, there's people coming. There's people coming. He's going to run over into a little bit of an alley between some of the enclosures where one of the janitorial staff has left out like his mop bucket and mop.
Yes, the mop bucket hiding.
And Sean goes over and he hunches down behind the mop bucket, and the mop sort of falls over, and the mop stuff sort of falls in front of his face. And like there's so much of him sticking out around it, but he's just hunkered down. I got it, I'm good.
Give me a dodge roll, because it's also used for stealth. I'm going to say that this is kind of tricky. So it's a -20 to your roll.
Oh, Jesus.
You are terrible at this. This is going to be amazing.
That's a 49.
I'm so surprised. Awesome. So, Sophie, you were up with Sean, and you just saw him bound and hide behind a mop bucket. And while the mop does look like a lot like Sean, there's not a whole lot of mop, and there's a whole lot of Sean. And you know people are coming. What do, Sophie?
Like humans?
Humans.
Oh, that's good. Maybe they have cookies or something for us, or they can show the way to Master. So it's time to go to the humans, and I welcome them.
Okay, so you just pad up in front. Okay, awesome. Nomad, you weren't back with Bo, so you see this coming, and you see Sean go hide, and Sophie go to greet. What do you do, Nomad? You're muted. Paul.
I find a way to a spot, like, you notice my coat is kind of black and gray and white, right? I find a way to a spot where, like, there's some bits of light and some bits of shadow, and then I just crouch down and I stay very, very still, and that's what I do. I crouch down and stay very, very still.
So I'm going to say, with Sophie running interference unwittingly, and you using an actually good idea to hide, that this will be an easy difficulty. -10 to your roll, and go ahead and roll with dodge. So you'll be 1d100
plus 50.
Yeah, plus 50.
Yeah. This nomad dog is very smart in hiding, but he's not so smart that he could get cookie now, and he doesn't want to.
That is
131.
Nice. Yeah, wow. You are imperceptible. So the two humans, who are both wearing kind of a beige uniform, like they're matching. They match. One of them shines that light on you, Sophie, and you hear one of them go, and it's a female, and she comes over and kind of kneels down, and she's saying things like, and she picks you up.
The other one is not a female, right?
The other one with the flash, with the light, is not a female. Yeah. The female.
I ignore the female one. Females are not so nice usually. Like it's much easier. I want to, like, before she gets me up, I want to walk around her and get to the male, because they are much better with females. And with his clothing, it's important not to jump on their lap. They don't like that because of the hair.
So he's got a hairy face, and after she seems not super happy that you didn't let her pick you up, he drops down to one knee, and he starts petting you, and so they seem nice enough. What do you want to happen here? I mean, you've got a little bit of human handling going on. By little, I mean, oh my God.
I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry.
Okay.
I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry.
Okay, so you want a cookie. You're
Oh,
going to get
cookie.
fed. The question is, are you going to get a cookie? So let's have you roll human handling to see if you can pull off the cookie request.
And I don't want that they pick me up. I don't want that. No. First, the cookie. I'm quite good at human handling, just to mention.
Yeah. You're more than quite good. You're phenomenal.
Yes. Don't know about the difficulty, but I have 135.
Yeah, I think it would be tricky to be able to get. But yeah, so you definitely beat 100 even with that difficulty.
Yeah.
All right, so they don't pick you up, and you get 5 animal crackers.
That's good. I get them, then I run back because somewhere my Mickey Mouse ball must still be. And now I have no interest in the humans anymore. I got that.
So you run after, you pick up your Mickey Mouse ball, and you hear they make some noises, and they're walking after you.
I have seen where Sean is, right? I go to Sean.
Yes, it's kind of easy. They haven't
Everyone's
seen where Sean is yet.
Everybody
You are
has seen
amazing
where Sean is.
distraction.
Yeah. That's where I go. He can take care of that.
Oh, sweet. Awesome. So then the light shines on you, Sean, and you hear, huh? And the two humans aren't exactly sure what to do about the large dog that is near the little, adorable, cute dog that now has animal crackers.
So Sophie looks like sort of worried and scared at this point.
No, these are humans. Humans are perfect to handle with.
Oh, but you're just trying to stay away from them.
They want to pick me up. I don't want that.
Oh, okay. So Sean, crouched there behind the rolling mop bucket thing, will stand up to his fullness, and the mop will slide off his head as he just gives like the most giantest, intimidating barks he can.
Ooh. So you can definitely do that. And that is no problem. I think you're trying to scare them off though, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm trying to use my blood-curdling bark on them.
All right. So the blood-curdling bark sounds...
Brawn roll.
Yeah, let's give a brawn roll here for you to scare them off. Your blood-curdling bark does that give you a bonus to that kind of thing?
My blood-curdling bark, it only works on people, and not on Master, because he knows I'm a softie. But if I get a 70 plus on my dice for a brawn roll, then it will... I forget the exact, but I think it freezes them for a round, basically.
Gotcha. I'll look it up too. Tricks.
Oh,
you roll crappy.
I rolled a 10 on the die, so 65 total.
You're 5 shy of the thing?
Oh, no, I had to get a 70 on the die.
Oh, that's insane. Okay,
Yeah,
well, that's 7 out of 10. I guess it's not that bad. It's like White Wolf. Well, anyway.
These tricks are hard a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's like, you get to do this amazing thing less than 30% of the time in this particular situation. Yeah. Okay. So you bark like crazy, and one of them pulls out like a little handheld thing. Maybe it's some kind of, I don't know, maybe it's a massager or a shaver. You've seen Buddy use something that looks a little bit like this. And he aims it at you.
No, I've had a haircut before. It was awful.
So what do you want to do?
I'm gonna grab up Sophie and try and run. I don't want to get shaved. I've worked on this coat for years.
Give me a dodge roll to run away from them. No, man, you are hiding and watching all of this. Is there anything you're doing here? Bo, you can catch up now.
I help you.
Yes, you get a +10 to your dodge roll.
That would be good.
I don't like it when you.
I'll run by Nomad and say, we should probably try and run.
I love the two smart ones. Like,
no, Nomad is this inferior smart dog. He can open the cages with his tuck toy.
Oh. I got 133. So I'm running by with Sophie in my mouth going, run, guys, you're going to do a haircut. They might even do a bath.
Okay, so Nomad and Bo, after Sean passes by, and if you pause just a moment, the two humans are chasing after him. They're probably not going to be able to catch him, you think. What do you want to do?
Well, Sean was kind of our only point of reference, right?
Yeah.
So, Bo, as far as I go, freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose, and nothing may be nothing, but it's free. But
It so makes sense. Nomad's a Janet's fan.
but you have a home to go to that means something to you.
Yes.
I reckon. That was for you. That last, I reckon, was for you, Rich, given the John Wick reference.
Thank you. That's good. I give you a trading point for that.
Thank you. So, we wound up in the clink together, and we got out together. What do you want to do?
I think we should stick together with them. There's no telling what they'll get up to without us there to watch out for them.
So should we distract the humans?
That's probably a good idea. Why don't we, say, circle around a bit to one side, maybe bark it up and see if we can get their attention, then see if we can meet up with our friends?
Are we anywhere close to the aviary or the area where they keep big birds?
Yeah, in fact, that's where the dog catcher, the zookeeper, the two, they actually came past the bird sanctuary. Sorry, my words are not so good tonight. So yeah, they're nearby.
So they'll make a lot of noise if we bark, right?
That's a very good idea.
So I vote for going and getting all the birds awake and upset.
Nice.
I agree. That seems like a wonderful idea. Then we can just smell our way to our friends, surely.
Yes. I like that. So I will lead the way over to where I smell bird poop in large quantities, because this is a zoo and there are probably pigeons, so there's bird poop everywhere. But I'm going to the highest concentration of guano, bird guano, as it were. And then, since I also can speak the languages of many animals.
Oh, yes, you can.
I start howling, but what I'm howling is, gonna eat you.
Ooh.
Gonna eat you right now.
Oh, that's
gonna
wicked.
eat you.
Oh man, I think that's gonna be like better than easy, because the idea of a minus on this is great. So animal magnetism roll. You have to add in your 50 at a flat.
Can I bark in and give him a little help?
Oh yeah, you even do little as well. So what are you adding in?
Oh, yum, yum, under glass pheasant.
Ha ha ha. I almost
Cool,
went
so
with
plus
warriors come out to play, but I didn't do that. Roll. Oh, come on, give it to me. Oh!
That is terrible. Oh man, so here's what happens. You tell them that you're going to eat them. That freaks the birds right the hell out. Like, they completely lose their minds. It gets so loud that it's actually a little discombobulating, and you guys start to lose track, and you're not even sure where Sean and Sophie went, and now the lights are pretty far away as well. It's kind of dim here. You end up near the meerkats, and they call you weird names. Yeah, this guy's got some weird insults. And before you know it, you guys are actually up.
Insults, yes.
Meerkat insults are the worst, guys. Seriously, you end up over near the otters, and not entirely sure how to get out of the zoo. So we cut to Sean and Sophie. You have exited the zoo to the south, and you see Foxville in the distance. You see the lights. You can even recognize the Italian restaurant. You can see the big guy with the big chef hat, right, and the huge meatballs on the sign.
I have a surprise for Sean. Sean, I spit from my mouth, like just in one corner of the mouth, I still have one of the cookies. That one is for you.
Sophie,
for carrying me out.
That was very sweet. And he'll put her down. You know, he's got Sophie in his mouth, and Sophie's, I imagine, got the Mickey Mouse also in her mouth as well as the toy. So he puts down, he eats up the well slobbered on toy or the treat that really enhances the flavors. And he'll sort of get this wide-eyed look up back into the zoo, where down the path that we came from, sitting on the ground right where he grabbed Sophie, is his rope toy. Because he had to drop it to pick her up because he doesn't have his collar anymore. But off in the other direction is the lights and the noise and the yelling of people like saying bad dog words.
I get it for you.
It's good. It's good teamwork. You get the rope toy. Oh, Sophie. Oh, yeah. You get the rope toy, and I'll go explain to the bad dog people that they're bad dogs.
Yes. All right, so I jump in again into the zoo and get the tuck toy.
Sweet, give you a dodge roll to pull that off. You're pretty good at dodging. I think you'll be okay. But I am going to say that it's a little tricky. So
little tricky, yeah.
That is a minus 20 to that. So you're going to roll D100 plus 50.
Yes. And I get 107. I make it.
Cool. So you dive in there. The humans are still looking around for wherever it is that you guys went. You grab the rope toy and drag it back out.
Ta-da.
A little dachshund like
Well,
dropping his
you know,
rope
if
toy
you
in
were
front
a
of Sean.
human. I think we should find the others. They are lost without us.
Yeah, so I'm bounding off towards the flashlights and the noises and the barking.
Ooh, so do you want to scare them off?
Yeah, they didn't properly understand me, but I had a weird wig on and I was doing a disguise, so they probably just didn't understand exactly what was happening and the premium threat level that was facing them.
Okay. All right. Remember, you're running into. By the way, you're running away from Foxville.
It's just temporarily because it's right there, and we're gonna get Italian food, but everybody's got to get Italian, or it doesn't count.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna say this is tricky, and you'll need to make another brawn roll. Luckily, you are pretty good at that.
All right. Any
Now
minus?
Yeah, this will be minus 20, but you are at 55, so it's D100 plus 35.
Oh, you're kidding me. I got a 99. Oh.
Sophie, you watch as Sean runs back towards the zoo, and you hear him barking, and then you see one of the humans pull out something, and there's like a bright light. It's almost like a lighter, except it doesn't go yellow. Oh, you're colorblind. It's like a lighter. But it's weirder. And they look like they're going after Sean. What do you do?
I need to help him. That wouldn't have happened if he had taken his tug toy with him. He forgot it again. I bring him his tug toy, and I tell the humans that it's only that they shall leave him alone, that he's scared because he lost his tug toy.
Nice. Okay, so what happens as you're running towards to help out with the tug toy is that you see the zookeeper like hit him with the clippers, and Sean falls down. So we cut away to the otters and Bo and Nomad Bo, what are you talking to the otters about when you hear Sean barking again?
Can you tell us, perhaps, which way is out? The direction to get out? No, don't keep going under the water. That you can't hear me there. How do you get
What did you say? What? Hold.
I tell you, Nomad, otters are very dumb things.
The other otter laughs like, "Oh, you were so mean. Why do you always do that to them?" No, what do you say? Say it again. I'm listening this time.
Bo, they don't know the way out.
Oh.
And that's when you hear Sean barking. You hear Sean barking is very distinctive. He has the Sean bark.
Yeah.
I think we found him.
Yeah, you guys found him, and you run. We'll say you kind of come around a corner, and you see one of the humans touch him with a thing, and he jerks and then falls to the ground.
Well, that is not okay.
Bad touch.
That is bad. I'll cut my eyes to you and say, I'll go this way, you go that, and I'll charge at one of these humans.
Yes! You guys are such bad dogs. I love it. All right,
I am bad dogging too.
Sweet. So I imagine you're not actually attacking as much as trying to scare them off.
Right.
So, Sean, because you went and barked after the dogs, I am giving you a bad dog point, right? Because I actually we can pretend we used all the systems here. We've done a brawn, a hustle, a dodge, an alertness. We've kind of done combat. Guys, we've fully integrated this system in 2 sessions. I'm so proud of us. Mostly all in this session. So I want the two of you to hit a brawn roll. I'll let you work together as a team, and you can choose who the primary is. Wow, Bo is more brawny than Nomad. What? This is great.
I'm a herding dog, So is Bo, but it's been a while for Bo.
I'm solidly compact.
Yes, it's got that low center of gravity.
All right, let's see how you pull it off. I guess.
So to describe how I'm helping with this role, Bo took off first. And so what I'm trying to do is I'm cutting around to try to distract them, and so that Bo can hit one of them right behind the knee. Knock them down.
Nice. So
that's what I'm trying to do.
That's a great plan. You would have been rolling 57, and it looks like that is not it. 28 and 57 is definitely not 100. So
an 85.
You got an 85. Cool. So you guys come around, and you start barking like crazy. And then, Sophie, you come up with the tug toy, and you see that this has gotten really tense. And you saw what happened to Sean. And that guy and the woman, they both have those things. And now they are approaching, not running away, they are approaching both Bo and Nomad. Now, Bo and Nomad don't know exactly what's going on. What do you want to do here?
I want to rescue my friends. These humans seem to be nasty, like this friends with sleeping at my master's place, and I'm still in revenge mode because of that. So this is my chance. And I know what they don't like is the humans. What they don't like, if you jump in their back and bite in their the big thing between their at the upper end of their legs.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see. I
fine.
see. Mm-hmm.
Like
You're
that.
definitely getting a bad dog point here, but if you want to do that, I don't even think you need to roll, because this is just the worst possible bad dog action.
Yes.
So which one of the two of them are you biting in the crotch? Wow, that is insane. Okay, so you attack the female, and yeah, are you biting to hurt? Like, you biting to actually draw blood, possibly here? Like, you're a dachshund,
Well,
but you can
no.
hurt a human. You can bite hard enough.
Usually, but like I usually like I'm so trained not to doing that don't do that. But I know that like when they feel that it feels for them, then they behave as if it's real pain.
Cool. So, yeah, you end up biting her like on the inner thigh, and
Yeah.
she yelps in pain and jumps back, and then the male, he starts like walking her away, and yeah, you not sure how much like human you understand, but they seem to have decided to deal with this another day.
Yes.
And they are
Your cookies
they
weren't
are,
tasty anyway.
they're going to call someone about this. Sean, you slowly come to the sound of barking, and Sophie drops your tug toy in front of you. You're on cool concrete like the sidewalk.
I sort of nuzzle the rope toy. Whoa! What happened?
You also feel a nose sniffing your butt.
Hello, Nomad. Oh, did I win? Did I get them all? I got them all. Yep. Right?
They're running. You need to get up. Sean, get up.
Sean he leans up and gets up, and then one of his legs just sort of twitches, and he falls over again. Oh, no, it's good. It's good. I got this, guys.
I'll get to one side of him and kind of look, see if somebody will get over to the other side, and we'll try and walk him.
Told you, haircuts. I don't do good with haircuts.
I'm a good leaner, so I'll get on the other side.
So the two of you are able to help Sean get enough leverage to stand up.
And I have my tug toy, damn it.
You have your tug toy, but no collar. And the four of you make your way back out of the zoo. Sophie's able to lead you back the way that you had inadvertently found, the exit. And you see Foxville ahead. It is very late, but we pick up with you guys entering Foxville. It is early in the morning when you have finally made your way into Foxville itself. And what is it that Sean does? Like, what are you doing with the other?
This has all been very problematic, and I feel bad about losing my collar, and I almost lost my tug toy, so we're just going to muscle through, and we're not going to go to the zoo dumpsters, and we're not going to go by the Italian restaurant, although we'll have to go by there at least 3 times this afternoon to make up for everything. But I think we go into the apartment building, and we go up to Buddy's door, scratch at Buddy's door, and he finally, I think, eventually gets up and sort of blearily opens the door to find, like, Sean, and then Nomad, and then Bo, and then Sophie, all in a sort of descending line, just sitting in front of the door.
Yes, yes, and like I'll insert a little details. You guys are walking along. You're coming towards the apartment building. We remember this apartment building from when we first saw Sean. Up on one of the telephone poles is a picture of Sean and some words that, of course, we can read. And then you come up and your owner, Buddy. He's not really a morning guy, but he is so excited when he opens the door. He comes down. He hugs your neck. And then when we pull away from the apartment, we see this very nice, like Rolls Royce that's pulling up. And then I don't know what Nomad's owner drives.
No, I'm sorry. If it's Sophie, it's got to be a Mercedes.
No, this was. Oh well, I was imagining not Sophie, but Bo, the Mr. Walkies is coming up in the stretch Rolls Royce.
Bo, I get.
Very, very classy.
Right.
And just as a meta thing here, Paul, I was sort of imagining like Buddy's pretty open, likes dogs, laid back. This whole neighborhood is very laid back.
Oh
I
man,
don't know, like if you wanted to like convince Buddy to keep you and maybe like hide your collar or whatever, I think that could be cool.
The thing is that I have an ID chip, but I think it was probably put in by the shelter the first time. I'm sorry. By the Lafreniere Animal Shelter, because we haven't a Humane Society, because we haven't called that out enough tonight. So I think that chip actually just goes back to the Humane Society. I don't think it's ever actually been registered to an owner. So that would be awesome.
Oh, I like
that. I would love to do that.
So Mr. Walkies will show up. And he's got his like iPhone. He's checking the ID chip. He's been chasing all over the neighborhood, but only in what he could drive. Right? He's not going to go.
I've got kind of a feeling that Mr. Walkies would have gotten a call from the shelter and just didn't tell the great lady. And
then the great lady was like, "No, you have to go find the dog." And we see sitting on this purple pillow, able to just happen to look out of the back, is a certain princess.
Oh,
I'm a herd dog now. I led my herd to this place, looking to Nomad for validation. It's like.
I nod.
Yeah.
So Sophie,
it's amazing how slow you can nod. It's like something I want to learn next. Amazing.
Sean would eat Mr. Walkie's phone. So yeah, we have Mr. Walkies knocking on the door. Actually, I don't think it would necessarily be like he'd have to knock on several doors, right? So eventually he knocks on the door, and Bo is able to go, well, what about Sophie? So what is the epilogue for Sophie? What ends up happening to her? Does she get back? Does she stay here? Does she go back to the shelter?
It's a complicated story because, like, for sure I wanted to go back to Master Ken immediately, but the cookies were quite good here with Sean's place, and so like it's one of those things like when you postpone a journey from day to day and get used to new circumstances and also learn to love your new environment, and yeah, this seems to be my new home, and I'm quite happy here, and it's so nice from Sean that he's sharing his tuck toy with me, and one day he might also use my Mickey Mouse.
That's not a euphemism.
Someday I might work up to that level of honor to be able to touch the Mickey Mouse.
Oh yes.
Oh dear.
Sophie is the worst.
Just in the end, like, had to get one last dig in at Ken. Like, nope, not going home.
First the cookie. So
she's like a cookie digger, it's like a gold digger for cookies. It's great. So I think that we start to roll credits on our dog's story. Are there any post credits or during the credits sequences here? Kind of the epilogue for your characters, tale for your dog's tale. Dog's tale. Dogs. I'm funny. I'm a funny guy. So I think we have a good image, but what is the last thing that we see with Bo?
I imagine I get back, and over the next several days, I'm very attentive to the great lady, and she's happy to see me back. And maybe even we figured out a dog park. Maybe Walkie spoke with Buddy, and maybe we even hit the dog park with
Nice.
all of us together. But invariably, somewhere a couple of days later, Bo starts chasing Princess Ming around the house, and the great lady has Mr. Walkies take him out, and of course Bo starts playing his game with Mr. Walkies. And you see Mr. Walkies go, "Damn dog."
Oh, Mr. Walkies. Poor put upon guy. Oh, that's good. It's a good thing he has 401k and dental. All right. What is the post-credit sequence for Nomad? What do we see from Nomad here?
Well, Buddy laid back, but he's also kind of a hipster, and he still has some of his college textbooks up on shelves. So at one point, what you actually see is Nomad pulling out a volume of Kierkegaard from the shelf, and then flipping it open with his paw, and then just kind of going like this. Just tilting his head in a way that Buddy or any other human would say, "Oh, that's so cute. It looks like he's reading." But no, he's actually reading.
Oh, that's hilarious. What about Sean? What's our post-credit sequence for Sean?
I think for Sean, it's skipping forward ahead in time a little. It's fall. It's nighttime. There's the leaves on the ground and it's windy, and there's kids running around in costumes going from door to door in the apartment building trick or treating, and there's just this sort of at one of the apartment doors just a thump of a head hitting the door, thump, and then the door opens up and there's Sean and Nomad and Sophie all in costumes with like little baskets in their mouths, just looking at the door.
Is Sean Mud Monster?
Yes. Mud Monster.
Well,
Buddy and Sean are on the same wavelength, and he actually made like a Swamp Thing costume for him.
It's great.
well, and Sophie looks like Minnie Mouse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got the
Skirt
ears.
and everything.
Cool. What about Sophie? Any post-credit sequences that you would add in? Are you good? What do you think?
Well, there is the scene where like Sophie is sitting and surrounded by her little puppies. Wasn't
Yes.
it spayed?
You're-
Well, these are rubber duck puppies, and so she's sitting between her puppies and telling the story of her life as an old dachshund lady, and is telling the adventures her and her friends at the time in the zoo to her rubber duck babies. And this is how the story ends.
It's so good.
That's amazing.
Fantastic.
So good. That is so good.
The end of the game. We cannot. There can be no more post-credit sequences. Done.
Okay.
Done. Cutting room floor. Nothing. It's all done. That is a great ending. Cool.
Excellent.
You guys, this has been super duper fun.
It was amazing.
Phenomenal.
Oh man. Okay. If you've got a few minutes, I always love to do the roses and thorns. It'll be short and sweet. We went a little bit over on time. Thorns. That's gonna be a tough one. Thorn. Hey, my Thorn. Garrett's having tech difficulties. Darn it! Your computer not liking Hangouts. There, that's my Thorn. What about you, Paul? What thorns did you have?
My only possible thorn out of this is that I may never be able to play any other game with Garrett again. because he is now so closely identified with Sophie in my head that I may never be able to take anything seriously ever again.
Oh no!
I don't know, man. Garrett is in Spirit of '77 was pretty amazing too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I may be broken. That's all. That's mine.
Cool. Tyler, did you have any thorns?
It's hard to come up with any thorns for this one. I mean, I could have played 5 more hours. I wish it wasn't over. That could be a thorn. We did have, where we talked about the system before, it is damn hard to get a success on this game. That is one thing.
Yeah, I got to the point where I'm like, these guys are fucked, man. Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's something with where their base levels are or how hard the difficulties are, but it is really hard to succeed in this game.
yeah, and to call an easy difficulty -10, that's I got to the point where I'm like, just roll flat because
Right, our base scores were only 50 or 60%, so it's still not an easy roll.
Mm-hmm.
But still, that's stretching to find a thorn.
Cool. Patrick, what about
Bo,
you?
that is just your problem because you didn't do good training with your master. I succeeded on every single roll.
That's very true.
You weren't superior.
Yeah, I wasn't superior, no.
Oh my God, Paul!
I didn't fail a single time in this game.
She lost the heroin,
as easy
guys.
as catch the ball.
I think that this entire game was all the story that Sophie told to her rubber duckies. That's why she never failed a roll.
Which proves that even she knows about Kierkegaard.
Holy crap.
Oh, God. I can hardly go any farther. All right, we got to move this on.
Yeah.
I just laughed myself into a bio break. Come on, I need to do this.
Patrick, did you have any thorns, Patrick?
I would love to continue from last week where we were talking about all the downsides of the system, but I love this game too much. so instead my thorn is I see this as less of a game and more of a really strong beta version.
Yeah. Garrett, what about you? Any thorns that you had?
Yeah, just as you mentioned, 20 minutes of getting my computer running, and in the end I didn't. I'm on my phone.
Oh, you
Which
did
means
this
that
all on
I'm
phone?
playing.
Yes,
Yeah,
you are.
because that means I'm playing the whole time just with my little phone screen.
That's awesome.
My
Good thing that
computer's in the
we're,
back.
Yeah, you made it work. It's awesome.
So
that's
yes, I
awesome.
use my computer and my phone.
Still superior.
Oh, Paul's continual of the periods, like that got funnier every time I heard it. Oh,
Yeah.
roses. Garrett, we'll stick with you. So, what roses did you have?
Yeah, I love to play with you, and it was very nice and cute. And I think it's such a thin line to. So I was writing online about it. I think you all read it because you plussed it. That this anthropology immediately have and all personal experiences with dogs, and writing that into a consistent story where nobody is.
I think we lost him.
Oh,
You made it all the way through the game and died on a rose. I guess it's a rose from a grave. Anyway, Patrick, what roses did you have?
I fucking loved all of these characters, like up to it, including Alabama and Socks and the glaring of whimsically named Star Cats or whatever the fuck they were. But I think what Garrett was getting at, and I was gonna echo it too, is like it's sensitive stuff with dogs and a system that has a lot of combat. And I a couple months ago, my friends and I, we started playing a Pugmire game, which is D&D reskinned with anthropomorphized dogs. And it wasn't until like into a session where we got into a bunch of combat that I sort of realized that the murder hobo impulses of D&D presumptions did not mesh well in my mind with imagining these people as dogs. It's like I had some real problems with the violence going on there. But you managed to walk this great line where it never tipped too far over into like gruesome, sad, hurt animals, and it wasn't like 101 Dalmatians or like All Dogs Go to Heaven, or like a really anthropomorphized, cartoonish dog world. It was that great middle line of like Milo and Otis or like Homeward Bound, where there was drama and there was fearful moments of like, oh, bad shit's gonna happen. These humans are gonna take us all out and do terrible things, or it's gonna get caught by lions or things. But it always stayed right in that middle path, and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I completely agree. That you guys held the tone as well, and that was super helpful, right? We all kind of hit that vibe. Paul, what about you? What roses did you have?
Just all of them. All of the roses. Just really just playing with you guys in this setting. I already I laughed a lot. It was great. I do agree specifically that we managed to walk a very tight line between, there were moments when things were tense, but it never got to a point where I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
And I really appreciate that. This was not only just a fun game, but it may have been exactly the game that I needed this particular moment, just to let loose and laugh a lot. So that's perfect.
Awesome. Tyler, what about you? What roses did you have?
God, so many. I agree with Paul, though. It was funny, but at the same time, it wasn't cartoony. That was really, really nice. And you ran fantastically. Everything about it, we had such good visual to it, and it played, again, I think I said last time, to that dog mindset. It was all very much in that dog mindset. And everybody's character was phenomenal. Sophie was amazing. Nomad was phenomenal. Sean was phenomenal. I mean, it was just really great role playing out of everybody, and it was a delight to play it.
Yeah, I completely agree. Sophie was hilarious. Again, I love the turn of Sophie going from really sweet dog to, Sophie's a little selfish. Sophie's got priorities going on, and that was hilarious. Sean and the I made a comment during game, but like the business of the things that Sean does is so dog perfect. It was so doggone good. All the dad jokes, all of them. Paul, and the sulking over not being the alpha dog was like the best. Like, And then the Kierkegaard at the end, that was insane. That blew my mind. Tyler, you were so solid with Bo. It's the little bits of like the cat and dealing with the cats, and that was so good. And then I was like, oh, let's have him talk with the lion. Like we go from cats to let's upgrade to lion, and that interaction was like, oh yes, I'm nice, but I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
Lion, I'm not stupid at all. So that was brilliant. You guys were so good. I'm so thankful that you guys played this game and you gave it your full effort. You had a great giving attitude. I love the story. You guys like teamed together like you were a pack, man. Nobody was like, I thought maybe there's Foxville off in the horizon. Maybe you leave them behind, Sean, but no.
It was hard. It was hard.
I was like, I'm going to describe the Italian restaurant. In the good. This was super, super good, guys. I'm so thankful that we got a chance to kick the tires on this thing and have a couple of really great sessions. So thank you all so much for playing. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool.
That was awesome.
Awesome. All right, we'll stop the broadcast here.